and welcome to Random Number Generation, the GDQ Hotfix show about randomizers, the communities behind them, and of course the wonderful developers behind the scenes, and also some wonderful folks with the tracker as well. Lots of things involved to make randomizers work. I'm Skybills, your host, and this is episode 143, Zelda 1, Metroid 1 Combo Randomizer with Nintendo Desi. Desi, it's so wonderful to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here.
So, again, it takes a lot of pieces and parts to make a randomizer work, and we don't have a lot of combo randomizers out here, but this is one of them, and actually half of the quad randomizer that's out there. This is Zelda 1, Metroid 1. So, Desi, if you want to quickly talk about the settings that you have picked up for tonight, and then we'll keep it going and into your countdown.
That sounds great. Okay, so just a quick rundown. I have a map of Zelda 1 that I laminated, so I get to use a wet erase marker, write notes on it. I like writing manual physical notes rather than using digital notes. So I'll be using my map to keep track of stuff. And I'll be using the tracker over there to show everyone which items we've gotten in each game. And basically, there are connections between Hyrule and Zebes that are randomized. Every time that you play a new seed, it will be a brand new set of connections between the games. And you win by beating both Ganon and Mother Brain. So everything that you need to make that happen is also required. So that's the gist of it. And I think we'll definitely be talking more about other stuff, but as we go along. But that's the main stuff that I wanted to cover before we start. So are we ready for a countdown?
Yes, we're excited, Desi. Go for it.
All right. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Good luck and have fun. So, Desi, this is one of the randomizers that I've actually had a chance to play. I know you have done Wind Waker randomizer in the past, but this one's actually pretty cool because, again,
Like that.
Sure. So, correct me if I'm wrong now. So, Desi's using the Mario palette for Z1 M1, or sorry, for the Metroid version of it. And I noticed that was Princess. It looked like the Toadstool sprite from either Mario 3 or Mario 2 U.
Yeah, I think it's from Mario 2. I'm not sure, actually. There we go. So, yeah, we have a bunch of different sprites for these games. Ooh, cheap bombs. Okay. So for Zelda 1 graphics, we're using Zelda 2 graphics, actually. So all the enemies look like enemies from Zelda 2. And a lot of the overworld graphics look like overworld graphics from Zelda 2. And then Metroid is going to look a lot like Mario. And you'll see when we get there. Thank you for the good luck, everyone. Ooh, okay.
So, Desi, I have to ask you this. So, as a fellow randomizer player, did it take you a little while to adjust to the different game sprites? Obviously, you like them because you're using them, but I feel like I personally would be very confused by either hitboxes or by the way things look. So, how long did that adjustment take for you?
It did take a while, especially the hitboxes for things like screen scrolling. That took a while to get used to, but for the most part, it feels pretty natural. And there are a ton of customizations options besides these. So you can do things like Castlevania sprites and graphics. You can do, and you can like mix and match which graphics from one game and sprites from another game. Oh my gosh, we're finding levels left and right. Okay, let's see.
So someone had asked in the chat, so should the same concept work with the Link to the Past in Super Metroid? Yes, that was actually someone can correct me if I'm wrong. That was the OG, the original of combo randomizers. And
That's
ever
correct.
since then, yeah, go for it.
It's what inspired the creator of this one to make this.
Yeah, and now, if you really want to look, now again, RNG, we only run about 3 hours long here right now. There's a quad rando, but even some of the most skilled players go well above 4 hours right now. I know it typically takes myself about 7 to 8 hours to do a quad rando when done properly, and that is Z1M1, Link to the Past, and Super Metroid. So there's a really big rabbit hole for this. But the nice thing is that the skill ceiling isn't too wild for this, and there's different settings you can have to adjust the difficulty. Yeah, Dusty?
Yeah, we found 3 levels already. This is wild. Still no items, no keys, no weapon. No, we have a weapon, but it's a consumable weapon.
No problem. I know there's, these randomizers have been around for a little while, but I also know that there's a lot of folks out there who haven't seen a randomizer yet. So we're always happy to try to help. There are no silly questions here. So if you do have any questions about randomizers, for myself, for Desi, we are more than happy to answer that for y'all watching live here on Twitch.
Okay, that was not worth the 2 bombs. So I'm going to retry and get back my bombs. Okay.
So someone asked, how does this work? Well, you can go between Brinstar and Hyrule. Or Planet Zebes, rather, if you want to be more specific. I know there's always going to be somebody in the comments saying, well, actually, Sky Split. Yes, between Planet Zebes and Hyrule. But yes, that is exactly how this works. And again, don't let the sprites throw you off. Yes, we're looking at Zelda 2 sprites. And yes, when we go into Planet Zebes, we are going to be looking at Mario sprites. But again, that is part of Desi's personal charm. And I love how Desi likes to add that personal flair to each randomizer. And again, we've seen Desi do Wind Waker randomizer as well. And I believe one time you used, was it Pokemon sprites?
Yeah, it was Pokemon.
Yeah, it was very cute.
It was a lot of fun. Oh, if only we had money for that. Okay.
But yes, as for Desi, everybody here should be following Desi. Desi does a lot of wonderful work for charity on his stream. Also does a lot of randomizers and just in general, a lot of fun game challenges. So again, if you want a really nice variety of some awesomely uncommon gaming, like again, especially if you're a big fan of randomizers, definitely hit up Desi's stream. That's twitch.tv/NintendDesi, all one word.
Yeah, I love retro games and a lot of challenges of retro games. We're gonna get that bomb back and taking some notes here. All right.
No, you're good. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing about Desi you'll discover. Desi likes drawing up maps like a ton. Desi is a very well-documented person. Kind of reminds me of the folks who like to take on the old-school dungeon crawlers based on the maps that I've seen you do, Desi.
I love, like, if I need to draw a map, I'll draw one. If I need to sketch something out, I'll do it. I like to, figure out games without any spoilers or help. It's a lot of fun.
I mean, you say sketch something, y'all. When Desi showed me a map in the past, it is like this intricate grid with like all of the detail you could possibly imagine in it. So when it's a sketch, I would say take that with a grain of salt. Desi's really good at drawing detailed maps.
Oh, that tactile. Wow, okay. Level fun. So level 1 is really exciting because it is the shortest dungeon and it has the most items per room and it has the easiest enemies to kill in the game. So, and the fewest like locks for us to deal with. So hopefully, oh, okay, see what's going on. I'm gonna just save right here. And if in case I miss with these 4 bombs are precious that we have, we want to make the most of them. Okay, free key. Love to see that.
Someone, this is a regular from our streams, Desi. If I was going out in the wilderness, I would only trust Desi to make a map for me. Oh my gosh, by the way, the color of this level 1, Desi, oh, it is beautiful.
It's really nice. Come on. This is a frame perfect tap. There we go. Okay. Ooh. I will take some jewelry early. That is a nice find. So we don't have any weapons besides these bombs. Well, I guess I should say it actually.
Yeah,
So we want to
that's
be
a good
really
idea,
conservative with
Desi,
them.
just in case
Mhm.
folks may have a question about what sprite indicates what weapon. So those look like almost like hammers to me. Those are bombs.
Yeah, so they are the hammer from Zelda 2 is what they use to show bombs because there are no bombs in Zelda 2. Okay, so Fire Flower is a missile in a missile upgrade for Metroid or Mario Troid. That's a cute one.
So the item that you had just picked up, that was Red Ring, I assume, by the way the colors had changed for a second.
Blue Ring.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Blue Ring. Oh my gosh, I've never seen the old man like that.
Oh, okay, that was an unfortunate walk there. Let's see if we can get some better stuff over here. I could try to kill the red gorillas for some bombs and do more, but if they don't drop bombs, then we'll be resetting, unfortunately.
That's all right.
So, yeah,
and again, this uses up A. That's what you mean by resetting, Desi?
Yes. And so the Fire Flower is for Mario or Metro Samus. Looks like Mario. And it's okay, so we found the floor drop and the boss and the staircase. There we go. That's the fourth item, the mushroom. So we're actually not even gonna see Mario because the mushroom changes what Mario looks like. We got the various suits. But those are the 4 items in there. So we found some defense. We have double defense now in Zelda 1. We got 2 missile upgrades for Mario. Actually, let me go this way first. Because the statue enemy here has a guaranteed item. Hopefully it's something to whack things with. Let's see if it's a sword or a wand. It's high jump. Okay.
So in this iteration of randomizer, is the Armos item always guaranteed to be in this set of Armos?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, just clarifying that. This is not the Fred Coughlin version, which we've had on here before. The Z1M one is a little bit different of an integration. And Desi, if you want to talk about the dev or anyone associated with Z1M1, feel free.
Yeah, Metal Machine did a lot of work on this, did the bulk of the work, along with other friends who worked on other stuff for the randomizer, but he's the main creator, the main dev. And he worked with, let me write this down. This is Brinstar. And we got that already. Okay. We'll take a peek in here.
And I
are
know
there
there's
any?
going to be folks, by the way, who look at this going like, wait a second. There's no map in Metroid. That's always the #1 reaction I get out of this. You're correct. There is no map in Metroid. But Metal Machine did a really great job of having that be present because, well, yeah, getting lost in Metroid 1 is kind of a thing. So, Desi, what were you going to say? Go for it.
Oh, and there's lethal lava. If we fall in any lava at any point in Metroid, it will immediately kill us and we'll explode and die. Hey, which is not always a bad thing. Sometimes you see something, you think, okay, I'll give this a shot, and then you realize, you know what, this is probably something I should come back to later, which is what just happened with me. Other times you want to dip in the lava because you want to come back with full health or more health than what you currently have, and you want to get a let's see, this is potion. All right. And you just want a free heal and to be warped back to the entrance. So it's not always bad falling in the lava, but that one was just a quick reminder that, you know what, we should probably come back here later. Okay, sure. That's a nice find there.
But yeah, again, given the sprite difference again, if anybody does have a question as to what is what item, please let us know. We're more than happy to explain it. Because somebody had mentioned something about a fire flower earlier, too. And the fact now that we have Luigi instead of Mario in Metroid, I assume that has to do with the suit choice.
We'll go with the heart. That was a tough choice. Let me see. We did this one here. Okay, maybe I'll walk to the open cave.
So, which suit caused that? Was that the Varia suit, Desi?
Yeah. It would have been Mario, but we already found Varia. So instead of Mario, it's Luigi now.
I see. Oh, I love that update. Big fan, you know?
Yeah, I had a feeling you would like that. Now, we saw a little bit of lethal lava. We're going to be seeing a lot more lethal lava. I pressed the wrong button. Let me see. We want to do down B. Down B will take you back to your starting position, which was right here.
Oh, yeah. We had asked, does the Varia suit change how lava acts? No, not with lethal lava, unfortunately. I believe that's not how it works, but that's a good question.
Yeah, it is a very good question. Normally, the Varia suit does drastically reduce damage from lava, but the lava is just lethal in this one. The other person who worked on this randomizer is a person by the name of Fiskbit. He made sure that this could work on console. So right now I'm actually playing on console. I'm playing on a Mr. FPGA, and you can also play this on an NES or anything, which is really nice to have that support.
So do you typically spend the majority of the beginning of your seeds in Hyrule versus Planet Zevis?
It's a great question. So something I forgot to mention was I didn't know whether I'd be starting off in Metroid or in Hyrule. So this time we started off in a lot of money. That's good. So you want to mark that off, okay. But yeah, so I didn't know where we would be starting until we started, and that showed me we can go buy bombs now. I'm just thinking about that. Usually starting off in Metroid is a little easier. It's harder in terms of dealing with enemies in Metroid when you have very little to begin with, but what you get in return is Samus does have a gun. She can actually kill things. And okay, another level. And the first item is usually guaranteed to be either the morph ball or what's the other item that you're guaranteed to start off with in Metroid?
The bombs, right? That go with it?
No, that's not a guarantee. That one you usually have to look for, yeah. But you need a morph ball to get under the crawl space. Where is that an item room? Let's see.
Let's hope so. Yes.
Okay.
It's an item room. All right. So what is this, Desi?
So again, this is an extra set of missiles, 5 missiles for Samus, an upgrade. The actual missiles look like hammers from not from Zelda 2, but they do look very similar. They look like hammers from a Hammer Bro. Oh, that was an unfortunate room.
That's a mean room.
Yeah.
Yep, that is the nature of the beast there. The maze room with those I forget what they're called. Those blades are some of the toughest combinations that you can get. The only other room I do not like besides that is I think it's called a moat room. The one where it's all the way around in a square, and if you don't have a ladder for that, that is nearly impossible.
The other night I saw you fight Ganon in that room. That's a mean room
like
for
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there and the Chevy room are probably my 2 least favorite rooms to fight Ganon. And well, if y'all want to know what a Chevy room looks like, you'll know it when you see it.
It's so true.
I like some of the names that we use for rooms. But again, we're going to do our best to cut down on the jargon. And again, if something kind of looks odd in terms of sprites, just let us know and we'll let you know what that translates to from Zelda 1. It'll be a good way to keep in touch with chat, you know?
Okay, so the south of this room is the Triforce room. Oh, we need bombs though. Okay.
Always.
Always need bombs in this game. At least we can afford to buy them now. When we find the shop that sells them.
So Desi kind of did something unique before this seed. We typically don't have somebody self-vet the seed, but Desi's able to do so in a way where it doesn't spoil anything for him. Desi, if you want to talk about that for a second.
That is morph ball bombs for Mario. The bomb. There are some tools that I could use to make sure I didn't get to see any of what like which items were where. In fact, it showed me items, but they were actually incorrectly shown which items were where. But it was just used to see this is okay. It's just used to see whether the rooms and platforming is like safe for an event like this. With the in Metroid, there are some unfortunate, like very mean rooms that you can get. Here we go. Making forcing you to do bomb jumps over single tiles in Metroid that are like really challenging and also actually jank. You can't, sometimes you'll do the correct inputs and it just won't push you through, and sometimes it'll make you do it like multiple chains of that kind of a thing, and that's just not safe for an event like this. So I went and made sure that the rooms in Metroid were safe, but otherwise it hasn't been vetted for item placement and everything. Okay, so this is potion. I was hoping we'd find the shop by now.
I'm sure you'll find it at some point, Desi. They're typically not too far away.
Yeah, we can go back to start and buy. Oh, okay, I didn't mark that. There we go. Okay, so let's go back to start, and we will buy bombs. That'll get us started here. We're also gonna buy this item. It is a required item. There we go. And I'm gonna buy the heart container. All right.
Some good prices, or not even just prices, some good items for sale today in Hyrule. So far, Desi, how are you feeling about this start? It seems like you got some good defense on both sides, on both the Metroid and Zelda 1 side. I would say this is a pretty good start. What do you think?
Yeah, this is a really good start. I just wish I had a weapon. We're gonna see if we can find that soon, hopefully. But yeah, otherwise, it's been a really good start for finding items and dungeons, and they're in accessible places. This is good so far.
I have to give you a lot of credit, Desi. You are lasting a pretty long time on just bombs alone. That's pretty difficult to do and requires a lot of experience on the Zelda side of things.
Yeah, it's not easy. There we go. This was a pretty good screen scrolls.
That was very good.
Oh, I accidentally drank the potion. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, that was the white sword item.
Oh, and which sword is that?
That is the magical sword.
Wow.
So now my problems are much better. Things are fantastic right now.
I mean,
I would say.
You asked for a sword.
I did.
You were patient.
And the game delivered.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were patient about it too, so I guess you got the best one.
And I did need bombs to open it up. All right, so this is gonna change. Now we can go back to those earlier places that we found and actually do things. This is very exciting. Okay, those are just hints. So the hints are interesting. You can randomize the pathing in the Lost Woods, the up, left, down, left, if you know vanilla, and you can also randomize the path in the Lost Hills, the up, up, up the mountain. And so I've done that. And those hints will tell you what the pathing is. But instead of doing that, I just screen scroll anyway. But I still randomize the pathing. So those paths will be distinct. Okay. Before we take the any roads, let's just see what item is on the coast here. Usually a heart or missiles. Okay, it's missiles. All right.
But yeah, for folks just getting in the channel right now, to the beginning of this, Desi has a blue ring and the magical sword already in the Zelda 1 portion, which is incredible. And the question I had for you as a fellow Zelda 1 randomizer player is, was there any reason why the blue ring was in the dungeon? Because I've only seen red ring in there. Is that a Z1M1 exclusive?
Yeah, so in Z1M1, the rings are shuffled as well as the candles. So you can't just buy. Sometimes you can buy a blue candle if a blue candle's for sale. If you're very lucky and it's been randomized like that. But usually the blue candle will be in a dungeon or in Metroid somewhere. Same with the blue ring and the boomerangs also. Although that's vanilla. Okay, and then where's this last one taking us? All right.
I like how the stairs have turned into the town icons from Zelda 2. That's really creative.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so which one of those is going to help us right now? Probably, where was 2? There's 1. Oh, there it is. Okay, I need to circle it or else I don't see it. Okay, so yeah, we're actually going to stay right here. And we're going to do some of Dungeon 4.
No, that seems like a good idea. So, Desi, do you tend to tackle the lower number dungeons if you find them first, or are they pretty much all the same in randomizer in terms of difficulty?
If I can, yeah. And these dungeons will have the same requirements that they have in vanilla. So there are still 1 or 2 ladder blocks in Dungeon 4. So we won't be able to pass those if we don't have a ladder. But we did get a hint with the compass. Ooh, I do love squishy wires. That there's an item here. So anyone have an idea for what that item is? The Starman from Mario is screw attack.
Yeah, that would make sense. Now, Desi, I should have asked you this before. Are there any flashing lights on any of these? Okay.
No. We have patched all of that out, yes. I asked Metal Machine if he could add that to the randomizer, and he did, and I'm very, very grateful for that. Screw attack, there we go.
That's awesome.
So we won't have to worry about looking away during the Mother Brain fight, or looking away when grabbing any items.
What is up with the old man
the bosses,
being an
there were no
enemy of
options
this
for Zelda
game?
2 bosses, but there was an option, Old Man's Revenge. And I had to do it. So all of the bosses are going to look like different variations of the Old Man. Some of them are going to look very cursed. That one's a pretty funny one. Okay, so we're missing one room. The staircase room. We actually think we got it earlier, but I'm going to double check.
I was gonna say the manhandle.
Oh yeah,
was the one that I thought.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, the land molas are also a thing to behold. And Moldorm, we'll see that later. Ooh, do I spend the key? I think I'll go the other way first.
So another question, Dusty, because you seem to know a lot about the development about this. Do you know how often there are updates to the randomizer, or is there something that, if Metal Machine were to be watching right now, that you would suggest?
So I know that at some point Metal wanted to work on shuffled rooms, so things like shapes in Zelda, and also the equivalent of shapes in Metroid, where the entire completely new map generation for the overworld and for uh, either the overworld, but definitely for the underworld in Zelda and for the world in Metroid. So that's a really exciting feature that we're hoping to see, but I don't think there's any idea when that'll be coming to the randomizer, unfortunately. There used to be more common updates, and now, like, if there is a bug or something, which I did find one, we're waiting on a bug fix for that. But otherwise, generally, there aren't too many updates that much anymore. There used to be a lot more. But yeah. Old man Hanla, yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's pretty funny. I also wanted to ask, because I know you've been running this for a while, Desi, what is your history with these games? And also, what are the different customization options available in the randomizer? And what are your favorites? Obviously, we see the sprites right now, and I know that's one of your favorites, but are there any other customizations that you enjoy in this?
So, well, first about my relationship with these games. I played both Zelda 1 and Metroid 1 when I was a kid all the time. And Metroid 1, beating that game took me years, but it was one of the most satisfying things. And then I would start like playing it and like beating it, like kind of speedrunning it without knowing what a speedrun was, but just like in an hour or two beating the game. And I just loved it so much. And oh, that is the back door to Dungeon 6. We'll take a look at that. And Zelda 1, I had an interesting history with, because the first time I played the game, I inputted the name Zelda, thinking, oh, like, why is it asking me for a name? Okay, I'll just put the name of the game. So my first time playing Zelda 1 was always Second Quest.
Oh my gosh.
It was always miserable. Until eventually I caught on that friends were playing a different game. And, oh, that's a good hint. I'm going to write that down.
I mean, y'all can make that decision if you want to. You know, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I would not recommend your first time playing this game with the name Zelda. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I don't know if maybe my brother told me to do that and it was a troll or something, which I would totally see him doing that kind of thing. Okay. Well, we already got that. Okay. Let's see.
And these clues, by the way, are not random, y'all. So, for example, it was talking about the snake having the screw attack. That is talking about what dungeon each one lies in. And again, there are certain dungeons that correspond to certain names. So, if you ever have a question about this, I'm sure there would be FAQ, for instance, saying like, okay, this means this dungeon. But just for folks watching at home that might not know how to interpret it, there are dungeons with certain names. Now, in the case of the Ridley had this, that means that that particular item is going to be in Ridley's lair in Metroid 1, which again might seem obvious to some folks. But again, I always welcome people to try out randomizers. So we get a lot of new folks in here. So I always have been trying to do better to explain jargon for that reason.
There's a lot of jargon here for sure. And yeah, the if you download the randomizer, the readme is very comprehensive and it does a good job of explaining everything that you would need to know.
And again, it's worth noting also for folks who are fans of the Fred Coughlin version, these are vanilla shapes again. And it took me a second to realize that too when we had first booted this up, because I'm like, wait a second, no, this is the M1. We don't do shapes yet here. Those haven't been invented yet.
One of these ways is the boss. Okay, it's not this one. That's okay. Oh, I'm thinking I have red ring and not blue. I usually find red first. So I'm like surprised that I'm taking so much damage, but no, that makes sense. Okay, we'll just take the bombs. We're missing... Okay, we'll check a little more for the staircase item.
So, Desi as well. So we were talking about some of the pickups in this game. So as of right now, we're about 30-something minutes in right now, 32 minutes in. What are some of the higher value pickups you would like to get, especially at this stage? And is there anything that would unlock a large section of one of these games? So what's on your wish list right now?
Right now, the candle is big. It will unlock a lot of different overworld spots for us to check. Let's see. That was an intentional death, by the way. I wanted to refill the 3 hearts.
Oh, yeah. No. I get that.
We've got meat also. So the big one I would say is the candle, just for being able to unlock more. The triangles are very big. We need all 8 triangles to beat the game, and they also help for warping around and making things faster for us. So we definitely want to find triangles in the flute for Zelda. For Metroid, I would really love to see Morphball.
Yeah, I forgot that was something you didn't have yet, Desi. That's actually a big one on the to-do list, and probably the reason why you've been staying in Hyrule as long as possible. Not only that, correct me if I'm wrong, there are way more checks in Hyrule than there are in Planet Zebes, too.
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, the biggest issue is right now, Morphball is gonna block a lot. So even if we find places to go, let's do the trick here. As far as glitches, also, by the way, any glitch that works in vanilla Zelda 1 or works in vanilla Metroid, you can use to your advantage. Optional. You can also turn them off if you don't want them. For example, let's say you're playing with a friend, and if your friend knows a bunch of glitches that you don't know, you can patch it so that it does not allow your friend to use those glitches. So that's pretty nice. There are a lot of different options for and customizations, as you were asking about earlier. Ooh, these are beefy. These are dark nuts, and 2 hits with bags is
Nice.
a little more than I expected. Okay.
But still, that was quite good. And again, you got a good sword for the job, too. So that's always a good thing to have at this point in the game.
Absolutely. Okay, there's our morph ball. That is big. Okay, and we're looking for a staircase item and the boss room. So there are 2 more items in this dungeon.
Yeah, I like the rainbow input controller as well, too. Desi does a great job with those. And again, you can catch all of this on Desi's stream as well at twitch.tv/NintenDesi. Desi plays a lot of randomizers, does a lot of work for charity as well. Desi-thons are always fun to watch. So again, be sure to stop on by to Desi's stream. Always a fun time.
Yeah, about Desi-thon, we're preparing for our Desi-thon this August. It's basically a charity event where we all decide together as a group on which charity we want to sponsor. So for about a month, I ask folks to nominate a bunch of charities and also games to play for the event. And then now we're polling them in our Discord. And so if people want to, you can help us decide which charity we've already of the nominated charities we'll be sponsoring and which games to play for the event. Okay, here we go. This is the last item here. Okay, we do need missiles. Mother Brain's only weakness is missiles. So, and they're very useful in Metroid. So we definitely want to have missiles.
So how many missiles approximately would you like to have? Obviously, the bosses in Metroid do give missiles, to my knowledge. So before defeating your first boss in Metroid, how many missiles do you like to be sitting on, more or less?
150 is kind of the minimum that I would want for going into Torian. If I want to get it all done in one go.
I had meant like pre-Crate or pre-Ridley. How much would you like to have?
Oh, okay. For Ridley, I would want maybe 30. For Kraid, maybe 20. Yeah,
Okay.
20 is the minimum. Absolute minimum. So we're here. I guess we'll take a peek over here. We do have screw attack, which makes this much more palatable. But enemies do hurt a lot here. Okay, so we can't, I mean, actually we can get there, but that's an annoying thing to do. Especially with the enemy generators.
I forgot that the sprites in this room also apply to like the walls and to the platforms. This is really cool.
My favorite enemy is just the 1-up. It'll say, it just says the words 1-up on it from Mario.
Kind of reminds me of those games where like an onomatopoeia is an enemy. It's kind of funny. Well, I like the boos. I like the idea of the boos as the enemies here.
The pipe and coin. The pipes and coin. Like, there's some really creative.
Chad has a good point. This does look like a cursed Super Mario Maker 2 level. And it kind of does.
Yeah, so some of the sprites are taken from that.
Very cool.
Oh, those are just missiles. Okay. I'll come back here. Okay, so that was Ridley. We have not done this right here. Oh, door repair. There aren't many door repairs, but
Oh, yeah. How many are there in here, if you know, like, approximately, compared to the original?
So you can have a seed with no door repairs, and sometimes you'll get, like, 1 or 2. The max, I think, is 3.
Oh,
but, yeah, it's significantly less. But shops are also much more important. There can be up to 12 different items that we'd want to buy from shops that are, like, randomized items.
Gotcha.
Does this go to the left, hopefully? No, it does not. Okay. So we're going to down B, which takes us back to start. And there are 2 places to check over here. That item is an energy refill for Samus. So it's not an E-Tank. It's just a little extra health. So it's not really at all required. Okay, this is useful. I'll take that. Okay. And yeah, okay, I'll set.
I also noticed a lack of heart containers, actually, for Zelda 1 by this point. We're kind of getting almost into the mid-game, and you seem a little short in that department.
So, there's an option in the randomizer that makes it so that there's a slightly higher chance for Metroid items to be in Zelda, and for Zelda items, and for, Zelda items to be in Metroid. So, because of that, the heart containers you're gonna find more likely are gonna be scattered around Metroid.
No, that makes sense. Is that just because maybe there was a lot of times where you'd spend no time within Metroid because of the disproportionate amount of checks between the 2 games?
Yeah, I guess that does. Yeah, it's nice to have a little bit more balanced randomization like that.
Yeah, I know I've certainly had a fair share of seeds where I didn't really go into Metroid too much. I just pretty much went in there with everything I did and take out all the bosses.
Yeah. The Cola War. So in this game, each potion shop has a unique price for Pepsi and Coke. So it'll depend on the shop which one I take. And then also, there's a third item that's added into the potion shops. You can make that item a required one, or a potentially required item, but I didn't do that for this seed. So it's just going to be extra stuff like bombs or extra missiles, not like a missile upgrade, but just extra missiles to hold on to.
So, what do you think is the most cursed old man sprite?
Definitely the Moldorm, which we'll be seeing soon when we get back to Dungeon 2. So many bunny. Well, they're not bunnies in here, so it's not so bad. Oh, thank you. Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, I liked the quote from Chad earlier, the old man handler. That always made me laugh because I feel that one's really cursed, but it's also kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. The manhandler does look really cursed. When you see the Moldorm, you'll understand. Ooh, bracelet. Okay.
Oh, yeah. How many level locations have we found now, Dusty?
So we found 3, 4, 1, 2. I think we found 5. I don't see 5 on my map. Oh yeah, we did find 5 and 6. We're missing 7, and that's it.
We found level 9?
Oh, and 9.
Okay, so we're missing 2 locations still. So that bracelet, even though it conceals 4 spots, that could be very relevant.
And the bracelet could also have a shop with like ice beam in it.
Mm-hmm.
So even if we find out those dungeons, we need some items that that could be in shops hidden behind flute or raft or bracelet. Yeah. No health. Okay. There's some health. Speaking of triangles, triangle 7. Whenever you pick up a triangle in Zelda 1, it refills your health, and this is no exception, even if the triangles are randomized. There's the Goma. Oh, that's a Chevy room for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that one's kind of cursed. Kind of.
Let's see. Okay.
The question is, why are there so many enemies chucking around money that hurts? Makes me laugh just saying it. Good question. Are bomb drop rates increased in Z1M1?
That is something that you can change around, but I don't touch that.
Gotcha.
That is a good idea, though, honestly. You can change which enemy has the bomb. So if you know from vanilla the 10th enemy has the bomb, you can change it so that it's randomized. And if you randomize it, it's anywhere between the 7th enemy and the 13th enemy. And 7th enemy has the bomb is really nice. 13th enemy has the bomb is not really nice. Ooh, 2 triangles. Okay, very good. We're looking for a staircase room that we have left.
Oh, right. I have to keep remembering the Triforce doesn't take you out of the levels, so that makes routing within these levels quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
No, these are all good questions. And again, yes, the old man is kind of the repeating enemy of this, and I think it's a really funny setting that Dusty's chosen.
Yeah. Speaking of which...
Oh, I have a question as well. Now, it's a little different to apply just because there's Manhandle again. Old Manhandler. Does the bomb drop group stay the same, or can that also be randomized?
I don't think that can be randomized yet. That's a good one that I should suggest, though.
I mean, imagine if you had to farm blue wizrobes for bombs.
Oh,
nobody do that, please. As a frequenter of this game, please don't do that. That's a really bad idea. Or Patra that drops bombs.
this creator has made a another randomizer of Z1. Oh, I have to go through this again. Okay, I guess we could come back to 8. I'll make a note that we're missing a staircase room.
Someone in chat has an old man yells at Link emote, and that is like perfect for this stream. Thank you so much for showing that off. That's cute. I can't help it. Sometimes I have really bad ideas, and sometimes randomizer devs are like, hey, that actually seems like a good idea. And I'm like, you heard nothing, and if you did, you didn't hear it from me, okay?
Okay, we're gonna see Moldorm in here. Get ready.
All right, I'm ready. I can only imagine, Desi.
It's somewhere. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the land molas actually, not the Moldorm. The Moldorm is cute.
Noodles.
Yeah.
The danger.
Yeah, the land molas. So we won't see them until 9, but
okay.
but they are a thing to behold. Okay, money's very good.
Congratulations, I've single-handedly. I mean, just the show happening has doomed the folks who choose to be on my show, you know, just by cursedness alone, you know? Oh, goodness. So we're still looking for that ice beam. I think that's the big item right now in Desi's shopping list.
Ice beam is pretty good right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if like I wouldn't say it's yeah, it's not as big as oh, we have morph ball. I should mark that. And we have high jump. Whoops, there we go. The totem, I guess ice beam is, yeah, I would like to have it, but it's something that I generally want more closer to the end of the seed. In the beginning, it's not as crucial. Right, because when I start off, I'm usually in Brinstar and then in like easier places where the ice beam isn't like that helpful. But I mean, it is a required item, but it's not like that game changing in terms of finding stuff. So I'm more interested in things like the bow, silvers, things that like are gonna not only be helpful but also keep us from the ladder, things that are going to keep us from being blocked when we move around places. That was the wave beam. So the only item that the only progress item we're missing in Metroid is actually the ice beam.
Funny how that works,
right? But that's to say that we have a lot for Metroid actually.
I think I don't know what your favorite items are. For me personally, I always get relieved when I find the Barrios suit, especially early for Metroid.
Varia is really nice to have, yeah.
But I can understand why it's not quite as relevant for you because the lethal lava is still very much a thing here.
Mm-hmm. And the oh, this is gonna help me. There we go. The screw attack helps a lot with the damage reduction and just being able to kill enemies quickly in one hit. Red ring, okay. That is very nice.
Oh, that is very nice. What I had meant to ask you earlier is Desi, why lethal lava? Like, why? What inspired you to turn that setting on?
So it's funny. I was hanging out in a friend's stream, and I was talking about how I was playing Z1M1, and in his stream, he's friends with the person I named earlier, Fiskbit, who worked towards making Z1M1 compatible on console. Oh, actually, we want to go to level 7, which I just passed. So he was there, and he asked me why if I play with lethal lava, a setting that no one uses except for me, I should say. And at the time, I was like, "No, what's lethal lava?" And then he explained it. I was like, "Why would I want that?" And he was like very proud of that setting and said that like no one uses it, and it would be really nice to finally see that get some love. And so I was like, you know what? Sure, I'll give it a shot. And it genuinely made the platforming puzzles much more interesting. There's a lot more at stake, and jumps that are normally like you just jump in the lava and then jump out of the lava. Like, you can't do that anymore. You have to think about the puzzle in a completely different way. It makes it more interesting. And it really became something like just exhilarating and thrilling to like play and be able to do. And so that's why I do it. It adds interesting platforming to Metroid.
Of course, yeah. And not only that, even if you do find the Vario suit, I would assume that there's still a certain kind of thrilling content for the audience that knows, well, there's no guarantees still. Especially in the final room, which, if you're not familiar with Metroid, well, Mother Brain's room has nothing but a bunch of lava in it.
The few tiles of lava in that room, that is the scariest room in the game by far for me. And I'll definitely need quiet time for when we get to Torian. The rest of Torian's not bad, it's fine. But that room is extremely terrifying. And I've gotten pretty good at doing it to the point where I feel safe doing this in a marathon. But it took a long time to get there emotionally.
That's understandable. I mean, do you know how many times I've fallen the juice right next to Mother Brain? And again, you know, the Vario suit is the thing that saves me. Oh, that's the bow. That is a great item to have. Necessary for go mode.
And, oh, what was I going to say? Another thing is if you kill Mother Brain, but you fall in the lava after killing her, you still die. And you have to fight Mother Brain all over again. So I've never had that happen to me. I just know from asking Fiskbit if that would kill me. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to find out the hard way. I'm good with my answer from him. That, yeah, it probably would kill me.
But yeah, you can absolutely have serious time for that. Also, Dusty, just so you know, we are approximately at 55 minutes right now on this.
Okay, great. Okay, so we'll probably finish this dungeon. We'll see. And then we'll see if we want to go on a break after that.
Sure. And again, folks, if you want to continue to see all of the wonderful Dusty content, please go to twitch.tv/NintenDusty. One word. You will not regret it, Dusty. It's such a wonderful watch. I cannot say enough good things about Dusty streaming. Again, just wonderful charity events, too. Big fan of Dusty-thon.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, it seems like, I mean, what do you need for go mode still? I guess I should have asked this earlier. Do you need both arrows to make silver arrows, or can you just find silver arrows?
If you find silvers, you're good. But you might need wooden arrows to kill a Goma that's blocking the silver. So there's no guarantee if you need wooden or not.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure if arrows were progressive, so you had to find both arrows.
Yeah, there are options to make it progressive, but I kind of like the ability to find it early or not. And then we need the ladder. Right now, not having the ladder is really hurting me.
This is funny, chat. If you're not following Dusty, I don't know what you're doing with your internet. It's weird seeing giant-sized bugs for Digdongos, by the way.
Let me think. I've not found the staircase. We found the shop. I don't think we found the Triforce. I think we found the boss, though. I think I fought an Aquamantis in here.
Yeah, you're in the upper part of 7 right now, so you've probably seen the vast majority of it by this point. Yes, it's always the ladder.
It is always the ladder.
It never fails to any context. The ladder's always going to find a way. You know, we've heard of life always finding a way. No, the ladder always finds a way.
Is this another Chevy room? It is. Yeah.
Well, the
When
rooms
one of
are
these
mixed
Chevy
up.
rooms,
Yeah.
when it's not dark, we'll explain to everyone why it's the Chevy room.
Right.
Unfortunately, they've
Just,
been too dark.
yeah, and Desi needs a ladder to cross the Chevy rooms, so there's that too.
Okay.
But yeah, Desi, you're doing a great job with the seeds so far. I feel like
Oh, thank you.
you've had a really good route and correct pathing, so always a good thing during Zelda.
Where do we want to go? We want to go. Okay. That
Seven's
beginning
doesn't
area
need
was
it.
tricky. Oh, I don't think we did find that. I remember hearing him, but I didn't find him, actually. Okay. So we have the Aquamentus and the Triforce and the staircase to look for. Okay, so here's a new room.
All right, so I'm still trying to make like all these enemy sprites. So those are gorillas. I don't know what the gorillas are supposed to be modeled after, but they're pretty funny looking.
So they're an enemy in Zelda 2 called a Megmat. And I think you know our friend Megmac Attack. She named her name after the Megmat sprite from Zelda 2.
Yeah. I thought that sounded familiar.
The enemy doesn't throw boomerangs. It jumps around in Zelda 2. But yeah, it's funny that they use it for the gorilla. There's this entire lower section that I can't get to.
Yeah, and again, it's important to note that just because the same general shape is the same, again, the rooms get mixed up within the dungeon, which, again, if you don't have a ladder, that's a problem. Sometimes you don't need a ladder to complete some of the dungeons, depending on how it's structured, but 9 out of 10 times in any Zelda randomizer seed, you're going to need the ladder.
There is the Dig Dogger. Oh, no. Okay. What about down here? Okay. I think we're ladder blocked in here.
I mean, see above what I just said.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jesse.
All right. So we need to come back to 7 with ladder. All right.
Have you completed any seeds ladderless? I know it's really rare, like exceedingly rare.
It's very rare. I think I've maybe beaten 1 seed with without ladder, but yeah. All right. So I think now would be a good time to take a break.
Okay, that sounds good. So we will pause the timer here. So everyone, be sure to stay cool, stretch, hydrate. I'll be right back with Desi and random number generation. Welcome back to Random Number Generation. I'm joined here by Nintendo Desi, and this is Zelda 1 Metroid 1 Combo Randomizer. Desi, are you ready to go?
I'm ready. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
So did you decide where you're going to go?
I think we're going to make sure that 8 is all squeaky clean. There's one more item in 8 that I didn't get. And I think now's a good time to make sure of that. If we can get some bombs, though, that would be nice. Let's see if we can get some bombs here. And then we're going to head to Death Mountain. All right. Anytime the game wants to give me bombs would be great.
Sounds good to
buy
me.
bombs.
Now, do you typically wait until the end of your seed, not the end of your seed, but like not in the beginning of the go to Death Mountain, or do you kind of change it up sometimes?
I usually try to go there early for the statue item, and also because I kind of want to get all of that stuff out of the way, all of the like concerning about do I have enough bombs or not to make it through all of Death Mountain. So it's like a more stressful area to be in. But as soon as I have a sword, or a wand, I like to do Death Mountain. So this time I've been a little distracted with all the dungeons that we found. We found so many dungeons outside of Death Mountain that I decided to hold off on Death Mountain for later.
All right, so back into level 8 we go. And honestly, I'm happy that you're destroying these more, as the original sprites are super adorable little bunnies.
They are
and I always feel so bad destroying them. So these are a much better alternative to bunnies.
Right? Okay, so let's see. Maybe we can bomb down here. Nope. Okay. We already killed this. That was a Gliok. A cursed old man Gliok.
So, Desi, what made you go back into 8 out of curiosity? What did you feel like was here that you may have not gotten the first time?
So there's a staircase item, and usually those are ranked a little more highly. I guess I haven't talked about this, but oh, okay, well, now that's a little late. But the way that the game randomizes the key items, you can determine how it does that, and it has 4 different types of slots for items. There are quest items, which are things like Triforces and totems. We saw a totem in the beginning, the totem for the Kraid statue, or actually the Ridley statue. And in those spots, you're most likely to find things like triangles and totems, which are your key quest items. So they're very important items. But we're missing a staircase, which is an equipment item, and equipment slots can also have a quest item or an upgrade or a equipment slot. So it's a pretty important check that we're missing here. And then I don't have to come back here after we full clear. It was just fresh on my mind that it wasn't fully done.
Nah, I get that. There's nothing better in a rando than to just mark off an entire dungeon. But also you need to be careful, because a lot of folks tend to mismark their maps and information, especially on the Zelda side.
Yeah.
So how long until we re-enter Planet Zevis, Desi? What's your plan?
So we're gonna go there soon. Looks like we are ladder blocked, actually. So that'll be either if we find something on Death Mountain that brings us to Kraid or Norfair, then we will go and just continue and come back and finish Death Mountain later. Right now, I do really want to get to Metroid, but our entrance point to Metroid isn't so great. I want to find something a little more central. And that'll be from exploring Death Mountain more.
Oh, definitely.
Bombs? No.
So what is the most cursed seed you've seen recently of Zelda 1 randomizer that you've played? Like anything kind of odd?
The morph ball was in 6 behind the Goma. In a seed I did recently. It was awful. Yeah. You know what? Let's go check out Brinstar, actually. Brinstar's right here. Let's do it. Now we're a lot better equipped. Enemies aren't going to push us into lava because we have, if we screw attack, if we do a regular jump, we are very susceptible to an enemy pushing us like that. And when you get pushed by an enemy, It hurts in this game. The knockback is a lot more than you expect.
So how many entry points are there between Hyrule and Planet Zebes? Is it a fixed amount? Can you change the different amounts of entry points?
So it is actually a random amount. It'll depend from seed to seed which one. Oh, well, there we go. That is really nice to have. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Well, there's one of the most important items.
Very nice find.
Quite immediate as well.
Yeah. That was right there, ripe for the taking.
Well, are you going to go back to Hyrule right away, or are you going to look around for a bit here?
I'm going to look around a little more. Yeah. That does let us finish a few dungeons that we had to leave earlier. So that is really nice.
So yeah, there's a reason for that. In the randomizers, which this is Z1M1 combo rando, you can choose to alter the sprites on the screen. Here in the case, this is a Mario themed sprite set. So we have Luigi here, for instance, because of the... Oh, nice! Nice jump there.
Thank you.
Yeah, bomb jumps are a little tricky in Metroid 1.
Very tricky and actually jank, because you can do the same thing twice in a row and it'll give you different results. But I've really learned how to work with the jank in this game over the years. And bomb upgrade. That is nice. We can now carry 12 bombs.
Oh, that is really nice.
We're going to dip into Kraid now. We'll come back to Brinstar later. There's more in Brinstar, but it's on the other side of Brinstar, and we're right next to Kraid. Let's go ahead and check it out. It'd be nice to knock off one of the bosses.
Oh, for sure.
One of the Metroid bosses, at least. We've killed plenty of Zelda bosses so far.
Plenty of Zelda old man themed bosses. And of course, the sprite of Luigi looking right at you. There's something like uncanny about that.
It really is weird, yeah. He's looking into your soul.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh, we don't want that item.
So again, not the kind of place you feel safe with here with lethal lava settings turned on.
This place I'm pretty comfortable with, even with lethal lava. But
really?
Most people, yeah. But I've spent a lot of time with lethal lava. Right now, I'm a little more worried about our actual health dying to enemies. Enemies do hit pretty hard.
Even with the Varia suit?
If I take enough bunks without getting back health refills, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And there's our first lethal lava death. Or I guess second one. That is a tough spot where I mostly got that down to a science. But again, like I said, in Metroid, it is a little jank. You can do the same thing twice and get different results.
Yeah, in Metroid 1, the character is a lot tougher to control than it looks otherwise. So if you see someone like Desi just really take a good hold on the character in this, like it looks like the movement's very flowy, that has nothing to do with the game and everything to do with the player. And Desi's movement is way better than most Metroid players I've seen because of the jankness associated with it. But Desi's used to the jank, embraces the jank.
Okay. You know what? We don't need that item. We can leave that behind.
Well, what is it?
It's just an extra 5 missiles. So we really don't need it. I could get it, but there was enough resetting there for now. Okay, any key? Nice.
Will not say no to that one. So here's another important question, Desi. Can there be any important items in level 9?
Ooh. No,
Okay.
thankfully.
Wow.
This is one of those mean things. There's another way around here, but I am here now. Okay, I need to do it a little faster.
Like, I get what you're trying to do. This is
There
really
we go.
difficult.
It's very difficult. There can be a lot of those one-tile jumps over lava in these settings. And so that's why they're usually not marathon safe, and I needed to do a little bit of vetting to make sure that we could have gone another way around it. But, oh, here we go. I don't want to take that because it could be a candle block and we won't be able to get out of there.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I saw the pokey head. That's funny.
How much have I spent with lethal lava? I've spent like years playing with these settings. They're usually like a meme thing that I do for fun with my stream. I do a bunch of different like challenge things with my stream, and this is one of them. But it's turned into something where like it's actually kind of fun and interesting, figuring out like that platforming that I needed to do just now over that one tile gap.
So, Desi, do you have any events coming up on your stream soon?
So we're having our partnerversary in a few weeks, on July 17th. So I'm gonna have something fun planned for that, and then Desithon. Oh, that pushed me out. That's unfortunate.
Oh,
Okay.
boo.
Yeah. Usually it doesn't push you out like that, but it did that time. Like I said, Metroid 1 can be a little jank. And thank you for the good luck.
Oh, I think everyone knew what they signed up for when they saw that this lava was beyond dangerous.
There's a reason why no one else plays with this setting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoops. We didn't need that. Yeah, the Morphball sprite is really cute. All the sprites in this are really cute. Yeah, so that was another way around. So when I was vetting this and I saw that like one tile gap, I was like, oh, I might not want this seed. But then I saw that there was another way around it, the path that we just took. So I thought, okay, we'll go with it. Oh wait, you want to go downstairs? This was one of a bunch of different seeds that I had like looked at and had seen like that the pathing here is safe enough for the event, and then I just picked one randomly out of the pile of like there were maybe 7 or 8 that I.
Have you ever gotten
Okay.
lost because of the different tile layout?
No, I generally have a good idea of where I am. I usually don't use the tiles and I think more about the structure of the map, where I think of where I am in the game. All of that for a heart. Okay. We're gonna take a shortcut to Kraid, one that I don't normally take.
Any reason why?
You just take a different routing and pathing here, but yeah, this is a different way to Kraid. I usually enter from that door on the right. And there's Kraid in all of her glory. We've made the bosses have more difficult AI. So Kraid does not normally walk around that that much, and is not usually that aggressive. But I have harder. Oh, that's funny. We found Betty.
Oh, nice. Doesn't do anything though, right? I assume
Exactly.
that doesn't replace the magical sword.
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't replace it. You wouldn't, lose it. But there's a chance where I went into the lava on purpose to get 99 HP. Instead, we were at like 70 something HP, so I just got a little refill, and it warped us back to the beginning. So there's one more item left in this area. One more potential progress item.
But yeah, death warping totally valid in traditional speedruns, even more valid here in randomizers. And lethal lava is a good way to do it, Dusty. And maybe a way you can actually save time on stuff.
Exactly, yeah. Especially with the health refill, because if I up A, it doesn't refill my health.
Mm-hmm.
Metroid also has up A. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll take this.
You went through this Kraid's layer pretty quickly, Dusty.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was it. And if I want, let's give this one more shot. These 5 missiles.
Why
I don't
not?
want it to get the best of me.
I respect it. You're doing really well in the sea does it, so why the heck not? I admire the old college try.
There we go. Okay.
You just had to warm up, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's. Yeah, we'll walk through through Brinstar.
All right, so how far are we from go mode right now, Dusty?
So we need a lot of triangles. Triangles are the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from triangles, oh, okay, we're gonna have to do this. Okay. Apart from triangles, so yeah, we're missing 6 triangles, 1 totem, arrows, silvers. The candle's gonna open up a lot when we get there. Let's see. Where else do I want to go? Let's go to dungeon 5. Oh, this isn't any road.
Seems like a good idea.
Let's take it. We want this one.
Yeah, the ladder's no longer blocking you, but what about 5?
We want this one. Now in 5, right. So there is the boss that we can't kill without a flute, but apart from that, there are 3 other items in Dungeon 5, so we should check it out. Here we go.
All
And we
right,
can even
we'll
hear the
take
boss
a
right
quick
away.
break
There it
here. We'll be
is.
right back with
Can we
random
get
number
anything in
generation.
here?
Welcome back to Random Number Generation. I'm joined here by Nintendo Dusty, and this is Zelda 1, Metroid 1 Combo Rando. So sorry for the technical difficulties, but we are back and ready to go.
All right, let's do this. So we're in the middle of Dungeon 5, and we're looking around for items in here. Okay, we got a triangle. That's really nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
A French vanilla. Triangle 5.
Yeah, you said we were going to need a lot of these, so we'll take that.
Absolutely. So there's a merchant, and there is a Triforce room that we're looking for. If we can get to any of that, we'll see.
All right, so how many more Triforces do we need, Dusty, for folks who may be just getting caught up with us?
5 more.
All right. Kind of like in Wind Waker when you get all the items first and then you need to find all the Triforce pieces, except it's not quite that many.
Exactly. Actually, it's 8 in Wind Waker also.
Is it? Why do I remember?
Yeah.
I remember it being so much more, but probably just because it felt like forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's also
funny.
8. And it's a reference to Z1. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. No, I never realized that, and for some reason, I always thought it felt like more than 8 at the very least.
Mm-hmm. We did not go into this room. What's here?
So, I wonder where those Triforce pieces could be hiding out. I'm hoping, for everyone's sake, including yours, Desi, that it's not going to be in Green Norfair.
Oh, I really hope it's not there.
Nobody likes going to Green Warfare.
Yeah.
But again, apart from Silvers and maybe Ice Beam, I don't see there being anything important in 9 in this seed.
Yeah, 9 is only going to have things like energy and missile refills. It can't have anything required.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
Which is great. If you've ever seen what level 9's vanilla shape looks like, you don't want to spend too long in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, how mixed up is level 9, Dusty? Are all the stairways going to be randomized in that?
Mm-hmm. And all the rooms are going to be randomized too within. It'll still have the same shape of the dungeon, but whoops. But it all the rooms within are going to be completely random, and so we're going to be looking for Ganon and for Zelda, and there are some clues as to where they are.
Oh, that's good.
But that's going to feel like another hunt when we get there. And then what's nice about this is there's an option for the game to teleport you, if you beat either Ganon or Mother Brain, to teleport you to the other dungeon. So I have that setting turned on. Come on. Thank you.
Are the number of staircases going to stay the same? I assume they're just going to be shuffled.
Exactly.
Gotcha. So, Dusty, if you were to add on to Z1M1, not talking about my twisted request, but if we were to add on to Z1M1, what kind of features would you like? It could be quality of life. It could be added items. What would you like?
Ooh, added items. That's an interesting one. Something that would make the ladder less powerful, maybe like multiple, like another kind of way to get around needing the ladder would be really nice. I would really love to see shapes. I think shapes is so nice in Zelda 1 Rando. It would be nice to have that option here. Shapes is where the dungeon layout is completely different. So we often play Name That Ink Blot because the top left corner, when you find the map, will look like an ink blot because it's just random rooms scattered around. And that's always a lot of fun.
That's one of the best parts about playing shapes.
Okay. Here we go. Really? Okay.
I'm hoping one day shapes are added as well to Z1M1. I feel like it would really add a nice flair to the game.
It really would. The boomerang. Okay, well, the nice thing is we've now seen both boomerangs. We won't be seeing them again. So we did everything but the boss in that dungeon. So I'm going to write that down. We're going to head back into Ridley.
Good idea. We know there's arrows there. Have we found any arrows so far, Dusty?
None.
No, not yet.
yet.
So we can't handle those Goombas quite yet then either. Also, too, speaking of which, because I know we saw the one statue or emblem or whatever they're called at the beginning of this. Did we find both emblems?
We only found one. So if you look at the tracker, the top right corner.
Yes.
The top right corner is Mother Brain. If you killed Mother Brain, you can track that. But other than that, here we go.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, the other one is the other totem for killing for the Kraid totem. So we found the Ridley totem. Which if I we found the Kraid totem. If I pause, you see Peach in the top left corner. But we're still looking for the Ridley one.
No, that makes sense. I always, even when they're in their like their original forms. I always confuse the two.
Mm-hmm. There's Luigi staring into our soul again.
I can't get over that, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm. So what I did just there is I set a checkpoint where if we fall in lava, it'll reset us to this elevator spot instead of the place where we entered Ridley from.
Oh, yeah. I still don't know how you managed to screen scroll and do all the tricks with the different sprites. You said it took you a lot of practice.
It was a lot of practice, yeah. But I really liked that Link sprite. I really wanted it. And I put my mind to it. Oh. That was really close. All right. We got a power bracelet. And now we're going to purposefully fall in there.
What adjustment took you the longest? Like, what trick between the sprite setups took you the longest to learn? Or are you still kind of learning how to work with it?
Yeah, I think the scrolling is something that, like, I never quite get down that well. Like, if I speedran vanilla, I'd probably be much more reliant on the queue, but like I kind of like look for what kind of looks right, but it's such a precise queue. Okay, there's wooden arrows.
And again, arrows are not progressive, so we're gonna have to find the silver arrows separate of that.
Mm-hmm. That is fake Ridley. So the game has a fake Kraid, and it also has a fake Ridley. Oh, I saw it was gonna happen. Okay. Let's try to take less damage this time. So fake Ridley is unused asset in the original game. When Metal Machine was poking around in the game, he saw that like it was gonna be a thing, but they decided to make it just special for Kraid and not Ridley. So he threw it back in. So we have fake Ridley as well.
That's always fun.
Mm-hmm. I love how some randomizers use that unused content. Like the Mario 3 rando uses the lost levels. That like you see a screenshot of one of those levels on the back of the SMB3 cartridge, but that game doesn't exist in the game. It's in the unused code for the game.
Yeah, I think it was ones, or at least some of them, were used as e-reader levels. But even then, I mean, it's not like it's something you would see too often anymore. I don't know if people in chat even know what an e-reader level was, or an e-reader.
Yeah. That was a special thing.
It really was. I always hesitate before saying things like that are going to date myself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Deathy's been slaying this run. Deathy's been doing a really good job.
Okay, I'm terrified of this room. Oh, there's the raft on the other side. We have to go in from a different area to reach that, but this room, there's an invisible pit. It's a one tile gap, which in vanilla is like no big deal. But here, that one tile gap pushes you all the way back to the entrance, and I never quite know where it is. So I have a general idea where it is, but sometimes I usually jump right into it first. I'm glad that didn't happen this time. And as you see, our E-tanks are actually P-tanks. They're P-switches.
Do folks in your chat I'm sorry, Destiny.
That's okay. It happens. Mm-hmm.
Do folks in your chat say P instead of E in chat?
I think we still say E.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think some people do say P though.
Someone said, I remember what an e-reader was, but never got. I don't know if I knew a single person who had an e-reader.
Yeah,
that was
I don't either.
Game Boy Advance thing? want to say.
I think it was Game Boy Advance, yeah.
I know for a while, if you've ever seen the Pokemon set, some of the Pokemon cards back then had like e-reader things on the side, and it looks so odd to me.
Mm-hmm.
I would say almost argue. I mean, there's like a little bit of a change, but I feel like e-readers almost felt like early Amiibo, except Amiibo obviously are like action figures and e-readers were just cards.
Yeah. Definitely the same, like, mind working on those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Or mindset. Yeah.
Yeah, like you swipe an object for some form of DLC or assistance or something associated with that.
Yeah.
Except for the e-readers, I almost want to think, I mean, some of them you knew what you were getting, but weren't they in like something like booster packs so you didn't know what you were going to get? I'm trying to remember, it was a long time ago.
Okay, here we go.
Very nice, Desi. Desi, want to explain this Kraid? Or not Kraid, sorry, Ridley.
So again, we have more difficult enemy AI for the bosses. And so the bosses, normally Ridley does not jump around like that.
Yeah, I got confused based on the way it was moving out. That was definitely Ridley, also, given where we are. But also, I didn't even think about your enemy's hitbox, right? So you had to get used to that as well. I don't believe you had Ice Beam, otherwise you would have done the other strat. So that was quite a fight for you, Dusty.
Yeah, that was definitely giving me a challenge. We got it. The raft we'll come back for when we have the other entrance to Ridley. Oh, this does not look fun. Okay, it's the other side.
So, who is that supposed to be? Petey Parada?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. What does the rest of the plant look like? I guess is the question.
Petey was the only enemy I could think of that was associated with that.
Mm-hmm. Just not in the NES era, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely the inspiration there.
Look at Desi handling that room like a pro. Oh my gosh, Desi.
Thank you.
Just not even nervous, just talking, going through it. I mean, Desi's such a gamer, y'all. You better be following Desi for this.
It was a lot of practice. Ooh, okay. Interesting. You know what? We're gonna go.
Yeah,
this
you're getting
way.
into the attic, right? Yeah.
And I'll come back to the other part of Ridley, or not Ridley, Norfair later from the Brinstar entrance. All right.
Nice. So, Desi, what are you going to be working on with your stream? What's your content been lately? So, if they were to follow you today, what would folks expect to see in the next week or two?
These little mushrooms are the worst enemy for me in Metroid.
Oh, yeah.
They push you around in such mean ways. Oh my gosh. And it's something that in vanilla they would never bother you. It's only lethal lava.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, what have you been doing on your streams more recently?
We just started Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. That game has been really fun. I'm really excited to get back to that. We only streamed it for one night, so that's gonna be really fun. We've been playing we did Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, one of the N64 titles. I really enjoyed that one. What were some other games we recently played? Disgaea, that was a trip. Disgaea. We're gonna, oh, there's an entrance there. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna do this. Oh, we're gonna do, yeah, let's actually do this. We'll get that raft now.
So are you banking on one of these levels to be raft blocked?
It's not necessarily a level. A shop could have our ice beam, and inside of one of those raft spots could be a shop that has required stuff in it, or even a triangle.
That's true. Didn't think about it. I have to always remember that there's extra shops in this, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the biggest differences is there's more items available in shops in this version of Randomizer.
Exactly. Okay, so now I set the warp point back here. And we want to go this way. Whoops. Well, let's just say I wanted more health. I only had 75 now. I have 99. There we go.
So at this point, Desi, what are you thinking is going to be your route for, like, I don't know, the next, like, 20 minutes or so?
We need to spend a lot of time in Death Mountain. And we should go back and check on ladder stuff from earlier. But I'm going to focus more on trying to reach shops. So we're, now that we got the raft, we can and the power bracelet, we can check those items, those things. So yeah, this one didn't have anything, but it could have.
And back into Hyrule we go. And again, I love the routing that you've been doing between the two worlds. Folks were asking, like, how do you cross from one to the other? And I feel like the answer, at least in terms of this seed, is pretty seamlessly.
You, all the entrances between the two are randomized. So between one seed and the next, you'll never have the same connections between the two games. So you just kind of have to think on the fly and work with what you have available. All right. So we're going to go to this one. And still no candle.
Yeah, that one is a little bit on the odd side. I'd never considered the candle. You ever think of a pun in your head and you're like, no, you shouldn't?
Yes.
I was going to say it's such a hot commodity. I could not say it now. I'm sorry. It was just one of those. I self-booed myself before I let myself say it. And it was terrible. Sorry, chat. I'm so sorry.
All right, what do we have here? Potion shop. All right. Oh, we still have to go to the waterfall. Yeah, because the shops are so important, you generally full clear the overworld in Z1M1. The underworld, you generally don't, but the overworld, yeah, it's pretty important. With the settings that I have turned on. If I made it so that shops didn't have randomized items, then it would be a different story. Okay, potion shop. We'll check the forgotten spot. We call this the forgotten spot because everyone always forgets about this spot.
Well, I mean, if it was remembered, it wouldn't be called the forgotten spot, yeah?
Exactly. It's funny, even though it has that name, I still sometimes forget it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's pretty easy. It's just kind of in its own nook. There's not much around it. A lot of the time you have to screen scroll to get to it. Like, that makes perfect sense to me to forget it.
Yeah. Okay, what do we have here? Vegas. Okay.
Always.
All right, now it's Death Mountain time. I should probably screen scroll some of these, but
Why would you do that when you can just... You have to understand, having the ladder is such a rare thing. If I have that, I'm not screen scrolling. Not like I would judge you for it. It's more of like a, but why?
It saves a little bit of time. Like here I do it because I want to skip the enemies. If you get it right on the first try. If not, there we go. It does waste time.
No, I get that. I get that. It's just, for me, screen scrolling's such a fickle thing, right?
It is
That
very
I never,
finicky. Yeah.
I never feel like I can get it enough on my first try to feel confident about it.
Yeah. I definitely have that, but I also feel like the more I do it, the better I get, which it still feels like it's a crapshoot whether I get it or not.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. There we go. When I see the vanilla runners playing this game, it's wild how quickly they screen scroll across the whole map. They're really good at it.
I'm impressed by what I know, like, sometimes you don't always feel like you're getting it, but honestly, you go pretty fast with it overall, especially for a non-traditional sprite to screen scroll with.
Ooh. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time trying to get it down. For better or for worse. So we're gonna open that locked door. Oh, I have the any key. What am I doing? I'm displaying tech in the game.
I just like how again, we're not used to having, and I consider the any key to be a luxury item, right? How we're so not used to having these luxury items that it's just like, oh, I have this. Oh, I have this. Like, and
Right?
I'm not saying the ladder's a luxury item, but it sure as heck feels like it a lot of the time.
The big old red candle. Okay.
Ooh.
Red candle.
That's probably one of the big items you were looking for there.
Yes. Now, I need to remember in here I found one of the two rooms, but I didn't find the other one. So there
Hey,
is another
Jesse.
item here.
My pun was so bad it drew out the red candle.
I love that. Sky never changed. Oh my god.
I am unapologetically myself, Desi. You know this.
Yeah.
Yo, clock of the night. There we go.
Mm-hmm. That was a good one.
I didn't even have to question that those are wizards. I see level 6. I see things warping around. I'm like, yep, those are wizards without a doubt.
Okay, this could be it. So a little trick, the likes take 3 hits and the Zols only take 1 hit. So you can kill the Zols, leave the room, and then the legs turn into Zols. Oh, that would have been too easy.
Oh, naturally, yeah.
Oh, even better clock.
Ah, nice. You love to see it.
So one of those things where like you're not used to having the item. For me, the big one in Zelda 2, you don't start off with down stab until you find it. Oh my gosh. Even after I have down stab, I'll keep going for like 5 or 10 minutes, like forgetting that I can use the down button to attack enemies. In the randomizer. In the vanilla game, when I used to speedrun it, I would always remember because it was just a part of the route.
So, Dusty, there was a question about the tracker because the items in the tracker don't correspond to the sprites that we're using. So why don't we reiterate what we have and what we're looking for?
What sprites someone uses is totally up to them. Okay. With their if we wanted to go with like anyone like to customize it, like, so this tracker anyone can use, but it there are so many different options for customizations that you'd never have an exact matching for the sprites on the Zelda and the sprites on Metroid, which ones are which. There are just so many different combinations. It would be a lot of work to put that together. So we just use the vanilla sprites to show which items we have there. Okay, we're good with 6. If that makes sense.
No, it does. It does. But I think what folks want to know is, like, what do you have, or more or less what we're looking for. And I also know that, again, just to explain to folks, Desi is using a Zelda 2 sprite set in a Zelda 1 game. So, like, you see those, like, little hammer things in Desi's B slot. And those are actually bombs from the game. Again, I know it's a little confusing, but I'm more than happy to explain any disparities in the sprites, so... And also, too, if the bombs are picked up, those are for the Metroid side. As you can see, Desi, wonderful job here with the timing. Because in the Metroid side, we're using Mario sprites. So, just wanted to clarify that.
Silvers. That's huge. Okay. Let's keep checking out here. Or, wait, we need to go upstairs.
But yeah, everything that you're seeing in the tracker, if it's lit up, Desi already has that, like the Triforces, for instance. If it's not lit up, that means that's something that Desi doesn't have. So you see, like, a picture of a compass instead. That is not a Triforce, that's still one that Desi needs to get. We're thankful to have folks that develop trackers, so the randomizers become a little easier to follow because, again, we're not getting items in the traditional order.
Exactly.
What do I mean it's all Mario? It uses Mario sprites. So in other words, you know, we've seen Desi pick up a fire flower instead of missiles, for instance. So this is still clearly Metroid, but we're using Mario graphics instead.
And like the Varia suit was a mushroom.
And again, these are just ways folks can customize the randomizers. And I know it's a little confusing, but folks like to show off all of the features in that, and some of that is the artwork that some of these developers use, aka sprite swapping. You don't have to do this. Your randomizers can look more traditional. If you want this to look like Metroid, it can look like Metroid. But Desi likes to play, again, with the Mario sprites in Metroid and the Zelda 2 sprites in Zelda 1. A little less confusing probably in the Zeldas because they're kept together, but the Mario and the Metroid I can certainly understand.
Yeah, they definitely clash a little more.
Yeah, yeah. So trying to do our best to explain what it is. I think it's cute personally, but if you're new to randomizers, I can understand that being very confusing. And most of the time, on the show, we do use a more traditional sprite set. However, Desi's very creative, and I want to encourage that creativity. So I'm glad that we get to see this once in a while.
Yeah, there really is so much work that that artists in the community have put into this. It's really nice to show it off.
I still think the floating one-ups are hilarious, but that's just me. But no, your confusion is well warranted and understandable. So hopefully that was what you were asking. If you would like me to elaborate on something, I'm more than happy to do so.
So there's a Chozo statue. It has a high chance to have something good. Let's see what we're gonna get in the room after this one. There's a Chozo statue.
But yeah, Desi's absolutely right. It's nice to show off the artwork in the community. There's been a lot of love that's been put into the creation of these sprite sets.
Okay, hard wasn't quite what I wanted, but we got it.
You hate the floating one-ups, you'd fall for them so well. I mean, you're not the only one. I get that. I think it's goofy too, but I also think they're kind of hilarious.
It's goofy and cute. It's definitely like they had to make a flat-looking enemy. How do they that like there really isn't one in Mario 1, so they thought of something very creative to use as an enemy.
Infinite downs. I mean, they certainly do reduce your health, don't they, if you touch them? I see what you did there.
Okay, another bomb upgrade.
It's a funny name.
Nice.
If you were to flip the name from the enemies, calling them one downs would be funny.
Yeah. The flute.
Very nice. Yeah, that'll enable Dusty to be able to take out some bosses that he wasn't able to do before in Zelda 1.
And the overworld warping to places where we have triangles.
Yes.
Very nice to have.
Yeah, the flute is definitely a little more powerful in this iteration of Zelda 1 randomizers. In some Zelda 1 randomizers, it's okay, but the way in which it works in this one, because you can go to dungeons you haven't completed before, it's really powerful in this version.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we're talking about the recorder's use. Yes, it helps you enter the dried lake and take out the boss. However, there are some iterations of Zelda 1 Randomizer where we use a second quest overworld. That gives you more access to even additional slots in the overworld if it's a mixed quest overworld between first and second quest, or if it's second quest. As Desi said, and I'm not going to forget this story, Desi, actually kind of funny. Desi played the game in second quest first. So, in Desi's case, it was very much useful the first time he played it.
Yeah, the flute, I think, opens up 9 extra spots in second quest. Okay, yeah, we have one more thing.
Oh, that's where the other candle was hiding out.
All right, one last item in Brinstar.
Okay.
So many Chozo statues holding hearts. Oh my gosh, Toad really loves us.
Well, we were talking about this earlier. Remember when I told you didn't have a ton of hearts at the beginning of the seed? Yeah,
Yep,
it makes
that's
perfect
right.
sense.
All right, Norfair has a lot. That's good. We're not gonna check all of it, unless we have to. In which case we will check all of it. But ideally, we're gonna just check these first few things that are a high density of checks in a short amount of time. Oh, this is bad.
Why?
I'll show you when we get back there, if we can get back there. Oh, this is there another path here?
Oh.
No, there is not. So we're either gonna want Ice Beam, or we'll go the long way if we have to. But here the problem is, if I open this up, there's only one place to go. So,
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Okay.
wasn't too much you could do about that, Desi.
Yeah. Okay, but we have the flute. Let's go to level 6.
Sounds good.
This is right. Yeah. Oh, there is that one spot in 7. We'll go back to it if we need to.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so here we are in 6. We're gonna continue checking Death Mountain.
Well, that's what you wanted to do a while ago anyways.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we did check that. I think this was the entrance to... I was just focused on the silvers at the time. Okay, so this is Norfair. Norfair. Alright.
I'm trying to think where we haven't been at this point in Hyrule.
We have to check the other raft spot. All the candle stuff is now open for us.
Right. That was such a big part of the map that was covered. I forgot that was relatively late for a candle. Are sprites typically easier to replace than audio? I'm not sure, actually, if I'm being honest. We certainly do see more of a sprite swap than an audio swap, which I kind of wish wasn't the case, because if we look into mods like Ship of Harkinian, or fan projects like Ship of Harkinian, the audio can be replaced in that, I'm not going to say easily, but relatively speaking, not too bad. You don't see it in the older randomizers other than randomized within the game itself, which is kind of sad because I enjoy different audio within the games. It's a good question.
It's a very good question. I know a few people who are like experts with the NES, and they don't know anything about the audio. They just know about visuals and other stuff, but the audio is something that they don't touch. That being said, Metal Machine, the creator of this randomizer, made a different fan game of Zelda 1, his own, called Hellwalker, and he played around with the audio. He knows how the audio works for Zelda 1 very well, and even made some of his own jingles and everything. It was really impressive. So Power Bracelet was required for 9, so we found 9. That's big. Okay.
I also would say we tend to see more audio changes in Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64 based randomizers versus the NES. I would assume it has something to do with either 8-bit or the way that the sound works, or maybe it's easier to compose stuff in 16-bit or 64-bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just kind of spitballing, to be honest. But it is much less common in NES randomizers, for sure. I noticed that when the whirlwind gets you, it's a fairy instead, like the fairy spell in Zelda 2.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
I'm actually
Okay.
surprised that this sprite set doesn't come with a Zelda 2 based music set to go with it.
So the music is tricky because it has different sound banks and sound channels. I don't think that they use the same sound channels for Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, so you can't just swap them as easily as you would want to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Again, my assumption is it's just more complicated, though.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Mario and Zelda? Why not?
Exactly.
Easier answer is in the Metroid 1 version of this, Desi has replaced the traditional Metroid sprites with a Mario-based thing. So Desi had just found a fire flower, which I believe are missiles. That has also been translated over. But yeah, it's just the way the randomizer is. It's treated like a work of art, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's something fun we have to enjoy and celebrate. Something different.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need this. We can do Candle Row.
You never think
No.
about how many candle concealed spots there are until you go without a candle for a certain amount of time.
There we go.
Desi, I feel this to my core about having enemies knock you back onto the raft spot.
Oh, let's go. That's really good. Okay, so we just need Ice Beam for Metroid. And we need triangles for Zelda.
Is Ice Beam required, or is it just something you like to have? I forget.
Technically, it's not required, but you need to do a crazy glitch that makes it so that you are how does it work? You let a Metroid latch onto you, and then you die, I think, in lava or something, and then you respawn with 0 health, but Metroids won't latch onto you. And so if you take any damage, it's 1-hit KO, you're gone. And that in Mother Brain's room is really challenging.
Yep.
But yeah, basically you kind of need it for Metroids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, more missiles is always good. And the wand, I don't know if... I'll hold on to the money in case the Ice Beam costs a lot.
It's one of those you don't think about it until you don't have it. That's why I asked you, because I figured it would be something I was forgetting.
Okay. At this point, we have no potions. We have plenty of missiles. Take the potion. All right, we did this. We have the lost. No, the Lost Woods. The green one is the Lost Woods, right? And the brown one is the Dead Woods.
Yeah, the brown one is the Deadwoods. That's correct.
Okay, yeah. So
like
we have
everything's
Lost
all
Woods.
withered.
Mm-hmm. All right. A few more of these. And then it looks like we're going to want to enter Norfair from the other side. Once we finish the candle stuff.
Still wild we haven't seen the candle till this part in the seed. My goodness. So, Ice, have we found silver arrows yet?
We do. We have silvers.
Okay, so it's literally just Ice now. Okay.
Okay. We can go kill the dig dogger in 5 for an item. And we're right next to 5.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where like your densest spots to look are left for the final item.
Ice beam, let's go.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so triangles are the big one left.
Right.
We want to go to Ridley. We have 2 triangles left. Oh, I'm missing one. Oh no, 3 triangles left. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's important to note that it's not guaranteed, to my knowledge, to be in a certain level. Can't there be multiple Triforces in a single level, Desi?
There can be, yeah. We found 2 of them in a level earlier. I need to think back about which dungeons have straggling checks in them, but I'll do that once we finish Norfair, because Norfair has a lot of good stuff.
Nice jump.
Thank you. Oh, with Ice Beam, we can go back to the other side. Well, okay, we'll see how tough this side is.
Yeah.
And if we need to, we'll go through the other side.
And again, folks, please be sure, especially if you've been enjoying the stream, be sure to give Desi a follow at twitch.tv/NintenDesi. Desi, when do you typically stream?
I usually start stream kind of late, depending on the day, but usually like around anywhere between 8 and 11 usually is when I start. But once I start, the stream goes on for a long time. So I do pretty lengthy streams, like 14 or 15 hours on average, I would say. And I stream every other day, generally.
That makes sense. Of course, with again, it's a pretty long time, like you said, when you sit down to stream. So yeah, doing that only every other day seems like a good idea.
Exactly. Yeah. Good old Metroid.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I never liked these rooms where you have to climb up.
I hate the crumble blocks in every Metroid game.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay, so where is this? Okay.
Now, Desi has wonderful vibes. I cannot say enough good things about Desi and his stream. Very chill place to hang out.
I'm so glad I get to share this randomizer with everyone. There's so much work that went into this. It's really a gem. Ooh. All right. 2 more.
Okay, so if memory serves me right, we're in Norfair's attic. Where else do we have in Metroid that we can look? I know there's still green Norfair. Is there anywhere else?
Besides Deep Norfair, there's just this attic to finish. If we finish this attic, in fact, there are not triangles here, but there could be useful things like E-tanks Oh, that was close. Sure, heart. I'll take it. But there are 5 items, or I guess 4 left. In the attic, so I'll pick them up. Okay, 3 left. And then we're gonna go try for something, and I think Zelda's the right call before going to Deep Norfair. So
Yeah,
this is a combo randomizer of Zelda 1 and Metroid 1, and we're in the Metroid part, and all of the Metroid sprites look like Mario. It's just a palette, or there are some palette changes and some tiles that are changed around from Mario to look like Mario sprites, but yeah, that's what this is. Okay, do like having more missiles. Okay, so let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go to 6. By going to 3. So we last left off at 8. So this is 1, 3. Yeah. Okay.
This is the most lost of levels. Thanks, Richard. Yeah. What about this completely usual version of Zelda 1, you know?
Oh.
It just only looks like Zelda 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there are 2 more rooms in here.
No, this is a great randomizer where I definitely feel like Z1M1 is an underplayed randomizer.
It really is, unfortunately. I will say most people who play this randomizer have never beaten vanilla Metroid, because the randomizer has options to make this much smoother and much better of an experience than vanilla Metroid. Not everyone, but a lot of people who race this and everything. So if Metroid is what makes you think like, oh, I do really love Zelda, but Metroid is not really my jam, the same is true for most people who play this.
I always recommend to folks to play the vanilla versions at least once to kind of get familiar with it. That's what I did when I learned Metroid 1.
I would agree with that. I do think that, like, if a randomizer has more quality of life than the original game, sometimes the randomizer might even be more approachable than vanilla.
Sure, absolutely. Or you can play the randomizer and kind of make sure it's close to vanilla and play it with the quality of life options. We see this with DK64randomizer.com and the Tag Anywhere mod.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, okay, not starting at 30 health, exactly. That's a big problem in Metroid 1.
The big thing is this 30 health, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, we got one more. 7 and 8 might be where we want to go. So let's try 7.
But yeah, no, that's not a silly question. So in every single seed, there are random caves that go back and forth between Metroid and Zelda. It's never going to be the same spot twice, or at least not often. But you're always going to get some kind of predetermined amount of crossover between the two. And typically 1-ish per zone in Metroid.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That ladder room, that's right. Okay.
Oh, you know the ladder is going to be keeping the last triangle. We know this.
It very well could be. It probably is, yeah. Because when we went through here, it was the only thing we didn't have. And not just here, but other dungeons too.
I'd much rather have it be here than in Deep Norfair for you, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you.
Yeah, thank you. You do not want to spend time in Deep Norfair if you can avoid it.
Yeah, it's just so out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
The other quality of life that this one has that I wish I would wish in the F. Coughlin randomizer is also the fast transitions between screens. I really, really enjoy this in both Metroid and Zelda, just the real fast scrolling between. The original Zelda feels so slow after you have been through enough of this randomizer.
It's so true. It really is. And like the fast health refills.
Mm-hmm.
Right, no, it wasn't this room. It was the next room. This is a Chevy room. So here's a Chevy room, everyone. I'm gonna light it up. That's the Chevy room.
Not the best room to fight Ganon in, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, these bubbles.
Oh, my community absolutely has a distaste for the bubbles, and that's putting it nicely.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's the end goal? Assemble the Triforce and bonk Ridley on the noggin? Not exactly. You complete both games. You get all the items you need. You get all the enter the boss chamber stuff as needed, and then finish both games. But you have to both destroy both Mother Brain and Ganon to win. It can't just be one or the other.
This was sneaky. What's in this room? Oh my gosh, this is what we needed. We were not ladder blocked. It was another room at the right that I didn't realize. The map actually helped me see that.
Hey, there's no shame in that, Dusty.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what game or a randomizer iteration, even with the shape the way it is, the level 7 is a pain, you know?
That one room. Okay. So what do we have here? We have a Dig Dogger family reunion.
Oh, you know it.
Okay, we got a P-Tank. Is there anything else in here? Oh my gosh. I almost up Aid and I thought, is there anything else in here? All right. Let's go. So we want to go, what's the fastest way to get there? To level 6.
Probably flute?
Yeah. I wanted to get away from the levers because they would hit me and I'd have iframes when the tornado would get me. And then I'd have to do it all over again.
I'm glad you didn't up A, Desi.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I was like, I was almost certain, yeah, we didn't find the item. Or no, I was almost certain we found the item, yeah.
Did you add it on the tracker?
Oh, I'll do that right now. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, sure.
We got that. All right. Oh. Okay, so here's how 9 works. We are listening for Ganon's roar. If we are one room away from Ganon, we'll hear him roaring. We're also looking for Zelda's room. And Zelda's room is very particular in this randomizer. You can only enter her room from the south. Here's the Moldorm I was talking about, or the Landmola. Oh, the Patra looks really cool, actually. I think you'll enjoy the Patra. So yeah, you can only enter her room from the south.
I'm so sorry the Landmolas are making me laugh. I'm sorry, Jesse.
No, I love them. They're really funny. But they're definitely cursed. So this room could be Zelda's room. Because you can only enter it from below. And she has a shutter door blocking her. If you kill all the enemies and the door doesn't open, That means we found her. Let's go. Okay. So that was an easy find for Zelda. Now let's listen for Ganon's roar. There are a lot of rooms in this dungeon. A lot of places where he can be.
Yeah, one of the new features of, we were talking about new features before, of Fred's randomizer is the fact that now if Ganon roars, and it sometimes can be hard to hear, where it says life on the hub, it'll say roar instead on it, and I really like that.
Oh, that is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we hear him. He might be that room right there. Let's see. No. Okay. So he's over there. Interesting. You cannot bomb into Ganon's room in this randomizer. It has to be a door or a shutter door, but not a bomb hole. So we have an idea of where he is. It's getting there that's going to be tricky.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping for your sake it's not in a magical staircase. That's the only fear I always have with nines.
Same. Here's Patra. Very creative to use the magical sword sprite for the little Patra orbitals.
Yeah, I like this. Actually, you know what? This may be one of the least cursed old man sprites.
Right?
I think the Lamelas are some of the most cursed.
Yeah. Two tiny Tektites tried to trot the Torian.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right, interesting.
Yeah, this is feeling like a Vanilla 9 layout.
Oh, don't say that. Those are always terrifying to me.
Oh my gosh, these fucking bubbles. These freaking bubbles. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got it. There we go. Okay. And there we don't go. Okay, so let's go somewhere else.
But you're right, though. I mean, it doesn't look like too much of a far cry from Vanilla.
Right? The two staircases next to each other like that definitely reminded me of Vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like we went that way. Okay, so what's this way? Another staircase. There we go. No bubbles. No nonsense. Okay. And then once we do this, we'll have the real challenge of Mother Brain. Okay. All right.
I believe in you, Desi. Yeah, I don't want a commentator's curse, Desi, all right? I'm letting Desi kind of focus because I have been known to do a commentator's curse once in a while.
You are good to say anything. I am 9 is just always gonna be 9, right? Let's start over. Let's take a different path. So we did not go. We did go down actually. Okay. Okay, let's check out this side.
And I'm telling you now, this is the common randomizer level 9 experience. There is nothing different about this. This is level 9 at its worst, you know?
And like you hear Ganon, but you can't quite get to him. At least we found Zelda. This room is where you get silvers in vanilla, so it'll have an item there. Well, there's Zelda.
I like how the compass just had a Z on it.
Yeah. Okay, so here.
Yeah, it's a pretty odd 9 so far. I'm seeing what you've discovered so far. Definitely windy. Very, very windy.
Okay. I'm thinking we gotta find another staircase.
So it's actually a pretty good strategy is navigating from Zelda's room. Because if you find a staircase that goes kind of close to Ganon, then you'll know exactly where to go. Like, you're not going to have to go through some wicked path to get there.
Exactly. Okay. All right. If you open the key door, it'll show that there's a path there on the map. So it's good to do that, especially if you have the Eddie key.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the nice part is if you're going to have a bigger 9 that you have to delve through, at least you don't have to worry about key count.
Okay. Let's see. Anything up here? No. Okay.
Yeah, so if anybody's noticing, I am being a little quieter than usual. I just want to make sure Desi can hear Ganon because we don't have the word key that I was talking about earlier. So I'm just making sure Desi goes into a room, he can hear if Ganon's around.
And again, if you have any questions about what's going on, feel free to ask. There's a lot to this randomizer.
It is a lot, but I would definitely say that if you're even familiar, like Desi said, with even one of these, to give it a shot at some point. There's a lot of quality of life that can help you out with the other games, so...
Absolutely.
Worth a try.
Okay. This opens up options.
Yeah, and right now, Desi, you are taking what I deem to be called the full tour of this. So Desi has explored more of 9 than I would think to be possible, which makes me wonder if it is a staircase that Desi's looking for.
Yep, I'm starting to wonder that too.
And what we mean by magical staircases is that there's no amount of bomb wall that can be used to get to Ganon. It's just Desi's gonna have to find the proper staircase, and like most Zelda randomizer players, like most of us, you know, especially trying to go fast, I don't know if you grade 9, Desi, but I don't. Like, I can't focus on both at once, like playing and gridding. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how people do it.
I don't know how people do it either. Like, I've known a couple that have been in tournaments and they're like, oh yeah, I agreed to my 9 as I go along. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
No, I can't go fast and grid 9 at the same time. It just doesn't work for me. Looks like Desi's playing a game of find the bomb hole maybe into the staircase here. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody likes find the bomb hole. It's all right, Desi. We're staying strong for you. Don't worry.
Okay, so here, let's check that room. Go up 2 and down 1. Okay, didn't think so. Okay. It's tricky because of where her room is. She's actually blocking a way to reach him, so it does look like it's a magical staircase.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is too far away. Well, maybe if we can go further south, we can check that out. Okay.
Yeah, you can't be too far off from solving this. There's only a few more rooms left.
Right? Eventually one of them's gotta give. Okay, let's see. Okay, to the right.
Well, remember, Desi, this isn't on you. My show is cursed. We've had this discussion before.
Okay. How do I get over there? One of these staircases will help us. Okay.
Come on, Desi. Well, that's a spot on the map. What? No. 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 Desi, I have opinions right now. No. No.
Well, I don't think this was a staircase, was it? No, it wasn't. Okay.
Okay, well that's the age-old question of who rolled the seed. Oh, Desi did. You think I I'm gonna roll somebody's seed, no, we'd be here for 5 hours. No. No.
Oh.
Never have me roll your seed, ever. Oh, okay.
Oh. Well, there's the map of 9 for anyone who didn't know.
You know, it's funny, Desi. Patra has the map.
Patra did have the map, that's true.
Aw, come on, game. Can you stop giving Desi a hard time? This is wild. This is absolutely wild, Desi.
Right? It started out so well with fighting Zelda, and then it all fell apart after that.
I wouldn't say it fell apart. I'm saying the seed is doing things that I can't say on GDQ Hotfix, all right? It's being a noun.
Yes.
This is a dumpster fire 9, y'all. And again, has nothing to do with the way Desi's playing this, and everything to do with the way the 9 was generated. This is one of those ones that you talk about in a story.
Yeah. Oh. I think that's what we need.
Yes? Yes?
It was find the bomb hole.
Get
and really close to her room, but I took the full tour. Here it is. He's in the corner.
Desi just wanted to give the full experience, okay? Okay.
And Ganon, as you can see, is also different. Instead of the old man Ganon, I thought, why not fight Giant Link?
Kind of looks like the final boss of Zelda 2, a little bit.
Yeah.
But except it's not Dark Link, though. It's just Link.
As you can see, Ganon teleports around. He has harder AI, and he also even regenerates a little HP. Very small regeneration. It's like if he has 200 hit, I don't remember what the number is, but if he has 200 hit points, every second he gains back 2 HP out of the 200. It's a very small number, but yeah.
Nice fight, though.
Yeah. It went
Told
pretty
y'all.
smoothly.
Had nothing to do with Desi's ability to play this game. It had everything to do with the way the 9 was generated. I stand by my statement.
And we saved something. Whatever that is.
I have no clue what that is.
Yeah, me neither. All right, let's finish the job and save Zebus. Let's go. This is where I like to say, now we finished the first half of the seed. The last half is just Mother Brain's room. That's a joke, but it used to be actually the truth when I started with Lethal Lava. Mother Brain's room is very challenging.
Do you need to focus now or on the once you're in Mother Brain's room, Desi?
Yeah, not yet. And even the beginning of Mother Brain's room is fine. Once you see lava is when I'll need to focus.
Oh, of course the Metroids are angry sons. What the?
And that's lava in Mother Brain's room. Lava in these other rooms is fine.
Well, Desi, how about since I know the fight's going to be a little quieter than usual, do you want to give some shout outs here while you're going through these rooms?
Yeah, absolutely. A big shout out to Metal Machine for making this randomizer, being inspired by SMZ3 and deciding to make this for the NES games. And then also to Fistbit for helping to make sure that this was console compatible. And then, of course, my entire community and very dear friends, especially Vac and Echo and so many others. But and especially you, Sky. You are such a huge support for me, such a dear friend. I have nothing but the very best things to say about you. And thank you for this wonderful opportunity to share this game with everyone.
Oh, it's been awesome having you, Desi. And again, thank you for being such a good sport in that 9. That was the 9 of all time, and you did a very good job not panicking. You went through it the best you could. I'm impressed. I always tell people, like, yeah, when everything goes right, that's great. I find it more interesting when everything doesn't go somebody's way. and then they have to improvise. I find that personally to be way more impressive, hence why I like randomizers. And now, Desi, with the shout-outs and further ado, go take down Mother Brain. We're here for you.
Let's go. So
again,
the Rinkas are also very challenging. In vanilla, they spawn in going in a single direction towards Samus. But we're playing with a more difficult AI from Mother Brain, and that includes the Rinkas. The Rinkas can change their direction mid-flight and re-home in on you. And they'll always re-home in on you directly. It's very challenging. There's no telling when a Rinka can turn around and re-home in on you.
Hey, Desi, good luck. You got this.
Thank you. Like that. That one rehomed in on me when I was least expecting it. All right. We can go back there, and luckily the doors that we opened in her room, they stay open. We don't need to kill those again. But yeah, the Rinko's rehoming in on you is really challenging. I could have just done a vanilla Mother Brain, but I thought it'll be more fun to do this kind, this flavor of Mother Brain, which is really diabolical. Oh. The run back isn't too bad.
No, and again, like you said, there's already been progress made, so it's a
Exactly.
little different. I'm never going to see the Angry Sun in the same way ever again, Desi. But no, this Metroid 1 ending, in my opinion, it's probably the most difficult Metroid ending I've ever played, and it's just that much more unforgiving on Lethal Lava. I've never played this on Lethal Lava, so I can only imagine, Desi.
There's no comparison between vanilla and Lethal Lava. It's just that wild. All right, here we go. All right. We did it. All right. I randomized the amount of time that we get for the escape. I randomized the layout of the platforms during the escape. And then I randomized what message we'll get at the end of all of this. So let's see what we get. This does not look too bad of a layout. Fun fact, if you don't make it to the top in time, Mother Brain respawns and you have to fight her again. Don't ask me how I know. That's vanilla.
No, Desi, no. No.
We're good. That's time, by the way.
Hey, Let's go, Desi. Hey, right in time to look at that. Very
Hope
good.
you enjoyed Z1M1. Check
Any
out
final
many more
shout-outs?
options. Yeah, just again, you are such a huge support, and Auth and as well. So many friends, the whole community, everyone here. Thank you. I really appreciate it. This is fun. We got the best ending for Metroid, which means we spent less than an hour in all of Metroid out of the rest of the time that we played. It was all Zelda. So yeah, to get that ending is really wild too.
That is awesome. And Desi, thank you so much for being here again. You can check out Desi at twitch.tv/NintenDesi. Also, as a reminder, the next RNG is in 3 weeks. That would be Tuesday, July 21st. So again, RNG will be back on Tuesday, July 21st. And this is not the end of our GDQ broadcast tonight. I'm Skybills for Random Number Generation. Coming up next is Game Masters. You have the floor, Kiara.